Hey, good luck to you as well. You're probably going to hear me bitch, so it'll be great.
But not far from where the Steelers' former homes at Three Rivers Stadium, Forbes Field once stood, we are at Pittsburgh's
You and me both.
Stadium. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Atlanta Falcons and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Ooh, yellow helmets.
2 one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is going to be a team from the end zone. Get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Yeah, keep it up, keep it up. Go, boys, we got this. Let's go.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And the reception made by Green. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Their first possession of the game, and they're already going after double coverage.
That's a nice completion that can set the tone for things to come if they're able to keep finding ways to beat what the defense is throwing at them. They look like they're confident that they can get it done.
Now Rodgers on the bootleg, rolling to his right. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Man coverage on the left side, so I really like the design of this play because they opened up the field and brought their tight end the other way on a crossing route. That's a lot of ground to cover if you're a defender. I've been there before, unable to stay with his man there.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of
That was a shitty play call on my end.
Losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Throwing is Rodgers. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 19. They got 29 yards that time.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Damn it. At first I thought you were going to totally miss me, and I was like, hit the button.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Well, they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
I keep hitting that R2 button, and I need to knock that shit off. Look at that, wide open gap there, and I just blew it.
Sees that the ball has moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
play. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit into football.
Oh, God.
Knocks this one through the post. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. Well, they started the drive backed up pretty deep, but a nice effort to overcome the field position, get into field goal range on the game's opening possession.
And, Brandon, I think from where they started, the initial thought was, can we get 1 or 2 first downs and help out our defense after we put the ball away with field position? But as that drive went on, I think their sights got set a little bit higher. They were thinking touchdown, ended up settling in between and coming away with a field goal.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. Here we go.
The drive starts with a carry by Dillon.
My wife messages me out of nowhere about some weighted hula hoop thing that she's going to buy and never use. I also hope she's watching.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
On 2nd down, another run for Dillon. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. Back to throw. Middleton. Over the middle, complete. That's Richards. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up the first down.
Michael Walker there to bring him down. The Steelers had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were...
Man, I hate having glasses because, like, they fucking slide down your nose, and they're just kind of a pain in the balls all around.
They didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
Damien was watching.
They did a really nice job staying in their proper places.
I think someone's still there.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Middleton. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Richards. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 29-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
I was trying to not block that dude's route with my linebacker just because, like, that's really shitty when that happens, but...
Dillon now on 1st and 10. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Oh, God.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before
Eckler.
down. 12 yards that time.
Isn't that guy like 100 by now on here?
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? Because on that last big practice,
I suppose he would be younger than Rodgers,
you go through
but
your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Up the middle they run. Here's Dillon.
my wife is literally blowing up my phone about this hula hoop when she knows I'm playing a Madden game.
The success there, Charles, coming on the outside.
Like I told her, like, hey,
Curious to see if that continues.
I'm going into my office.
Yeah,
I'm going to play this Madden game. I'll be out in a little bit. And all of a sudden, right before kickoff, bing!
You can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
First down marker at the 5. It's 2nd and goal. Again, it's Dillon. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
They'll run here with Dillon. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It looks like they quit hitting the snooze button on their alarm there. Finally a sign of life from this defense. They've been fairly passive on this opening drive. Now able to stand up on 1st and goal, and they sent that play backwards.
Back at the 5-yard line now.
Two watching. I wonder if the other one is my stupid coworker.
Dillon now off the option. And he's in.
Oh,
Touchdown,
what?
Pittsburgh. A.J. Dillon with his 4th rushing
I want to be
touchdown.
mad, but I can't.
And the Steelers have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
And now my wife just sent me a gif of Roman Reigns saying, acknowledge me.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
I've been complaining this whole time about how my wife is blowing my phone up
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good
when
shape.
she knows
So
that
past the 30.
I'm trying to win a Super Bowl here.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And his throw is incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. To throw is Rodgers. Finding Green complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Jesus.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football,
Oh,
especially
boy,
on the
oh,
early
boy.
downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
The center dislocates his elbow,
Maybe a gain
son of a
yard
gun.
that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
My starting linebacker's got a broken finger and he's out one more game. Yeah, courtesy of preseason injury. 'Cause God forbid we shut those off for the last season.
And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Now Rodgers. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 26. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here.
Then how'd he get hurt?
Yards.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup.
Oh, that's fucking bullshit. You guys can get injured in practice? That's stupid. Shut that shit off.
And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options.
I mean, I guess it's real, but it's real stupid. That's what it is.
Them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Well, whatever.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second.
It is what it is, but I'm still going to complain about it.
Now they'll run on the draw. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7.
I'm pretty sure, so Madden Legit Gamers keeps commenting on my stream, which I'm pretty sure is more than likely Cody. And just want to say thanks for acknowledging that. I just thought I was trying to set that up.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. It was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really
just missed them by a hair.
It means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they
He
finally
went waving by.
you mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They run again with Dillon. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
But that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working. But how about his vision to see where the play was going? Crash down inside and tackle him for a loss.
He's got a man complete.
He's gone.
To the end zone. Touchdown.
Nice play.
A big play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign as they have taken the lead.
Whenever that, like, I get dunked on like that, I always try to think about what I could have done differently as far as maybe using or whatever goes, but I don't know, I think I just got kind of burnt on that.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
It sure does.
And that'll be over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives. So a very good flow right now offensively.
Down too because they are locked in.
What the fuck was that?
The defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well,
I'm going to clip that because that was ridiculous.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Just ridiculous.
Now Rodgers.
Oh, bad idea.
Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to take possession.
Man.
Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you've got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
To the right side, this is Dillon. And they got it inside the 10 at the 8. 55 rushing yards, rushing on 12 carries for him now.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. They run once more with Dillon, and they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
Build that momentum offense. Keep moving, boys.
Me or him? Probably both.
Dillon up the middle. Call it a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
You want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Dillon. And he is going to lose yardage here. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Boswell's kick is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
I'm going to look when I go back on defense, but I didn't see, like, at the bottom of that menu just a thing to flip on.
If they can bounce back from that last drive in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal
I did go that far.
They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage,
This guy is busting my nuts.
A little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
He's going to air it out deep for Green. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Falcons. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
We got a game here.
By Koo, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime.
Facts.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And it'll come
all right.
to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it.
Going to this menu. Going all the way down. See the bar? It's at the bottom. Oh, shit. That's what you were talking about. Never mind. I don't want to talk about it.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. Well,
I ain't gonna lie, I didn't even know that was a thing. That whole menu.
Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
Here we go. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Middleton. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
I am without speech. This is good. I feel kind of stupid now for not knowing that was a thing.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary. Now on 3rd. Looking to throw. Middleton. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter.
I thought that guy's name was Boner.
Goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 36. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. First down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And they'll work this down inside the 30. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Stay on point, fellas.
Yeah. 2nd and 11. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. It's the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now they'll take a timeout.
Now it's going to do the weird thing.
The 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter.
It's not going to do the weird thing.
Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the 2nd half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because
just going to go running right by.
Is always on point, and now he's getting the ball to start the 2nd half. How about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Running right, here's Dillon. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Well, at least it wasn't 100 yards, I guess.
He has been terrific here this afternoon.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
They go play action here on first down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Oh,
Need
shit.
something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Two things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time.
Oh, shit, I thought I hit triangle.
It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return, and the Falcons will be taking over.
If I would have fumbled it there, I would have sold my system. At that point, there's no, I've already made a fool out of myself.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Rodgers to throw on second down. That's going to be caught.
Jesus, Kyle Pitts had to stretch for that one.
Down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. On play action, Rodgers. This pass is caught by London. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. From 19 yards away, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Fuck the.
These
There we
guys
go.
definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Operating from the gun, Middleton. And his throw.
There was a whole lot going on there. That was wild.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Middleton. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. Skirts by him at the 35. 35 yards that time on the punt.
That time, I knew I did not hit triangle. I was ready.
From Raymond James Stadium there in the
Ready to
third
get
quarter
smoked
in
almost.
You saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there.
I don't know.
And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. With the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive.
What is going on with these running backs? One guy got tackled by a gust of wind. This guy just bounced off of it, my right guard. It's weird. Madden is weird.
Try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
On 2nd and a couple. Rodgers over the middle, caught by London. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Things looking much rosier for them here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On play action, it's Rodgers. Hitting London, coming across the field. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've run the belt 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Rodgers' throw taken in by Ridley here. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. Here's a give up the middle. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Lots of plays on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Rodgers going to throw. And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Falcons are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. Able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some.
What just happened? Oh, man, that was awesome.
They were just out personnel. They were going up against a team.
Nice play, man.
Extra point now by Boswell. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
I talk some shit in the group chat, and then I give up the most ridiculous touchdown ever.
And this will not be returned.
Story of my life.
For a touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives, and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after him right here.
Really?
Put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers got a man. It's London. Finding space at the 40. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. If they continue to throw these safe passes, who can blame them?
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On play action. Now Rodgers. And intercepted.
Oh, boy.
Point they need. Jordan Brooks with it. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
When you can count on one hand the number of completions you've had in a game, and we're in the second half, that tells you it's really not been your day.
Yeah, but you're losing. You can't just abandon the passing game altogether.
Yeah, maybe get hot, string a few together, and get rolling.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Middleton. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Hands it off out of the gun. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock.
I was looking at another guy, but
chances of closing this one out. Now they're
almost had that.
The football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Fielded at the 20. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. To throw again, Middleton. And his throw here's incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Middleton. This is caught by Hawkins. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That's a 1st down with a cherry on top, 31 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Back to throw again. Over the middle, complete. That's Hawkins. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Left side, it's complete. Touchdown! A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Steelers have made it a
I am stunned.
again here in the 4th.
Dude went for the pick, though. It went right through his hands.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. And remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 65 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the fourth quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Down at the 25. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Now Rodgers. His throw incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw is Rodgers. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Oh, boy. That was a really shitty decision on my end, I'm not going to lie. I should have stuck with my first read, but I decided, nah.
Get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
Here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's a gain of 34.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. He's back to throw.
Oh.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Richards. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. That gets them 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
With no timeouts left, that's a dangerous proposition, working the middle of the field. Fortunately for them, that one fell incomplete.
For the lead, here's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. And the Falcons have just about sewn up this football game. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver.
Good game, man. Made me sweat at the end there. I thought for sure you were coming back, but good game, man.
Take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now, let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off. But they do know that in the future, they've got work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So for the Falcons, they did what they needed to do. They split their first 2 road games of the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Indianapolis Colts.